I can't wait to show you guys how this two-tier baby shower cake turned out. If you saw part one, I was having a little bit of trouble making this bunny that's going to hold a balloon using modeling chocolate. And I'm not as familiar with modeling chocolate as I am with fondant. It was a little too bumpy and it wasn't quite shaping the way I wanted it to. And you guys offered a lot of great ideas like using styrofoam covered in fondant or maybe Rice Krispie treats covered in fondant. So I did decide to go back to fondant, which I'm most comfortable with, but not for the head shape. I am going to use something else, which I'll show you in a minute, but I use fondant to form the body, the little paws, and the ears for the bunny. But for the balloon, I did decide to still use the modeling chocolate because it doesn't have to be a perfect circle and it is a little bit firmer than the fondant. To hold the balloon, I have some thick wire. I'm going to bend one end into a twist, which will help it stay inside the balloon. And I'm also going to twist up the bottom end so that I can stick it down inside the bunny and it will stick up nice and straight. And to make it realistic, I add that little extra piece of rubber that sticks out from the bottom of the balloon. Back to the bunny, I trim off the bottom part of the body so it will sit flat on the cake. And then I did decide to use a cake pop to make the bunny's head. A few of you suggested a cake pop and I thought that was a great idea, so thank you because I am very familiar with cake pops. I'm using a thicker lollipop stick than usual because this cake pop is really big, so I dip it in the melting chocolate, press it into the cake pop, and then I begin dipping in the melting chocolate. And you guys know what's coming next, so let's say it together. Tap, 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 twirl, tap, tap. While the cake pop is still wet, I press it down onto the body and then also add on the two ears. Now time to stack the cake. I add my support straws, a little bit of buttercream, and then place the top tier onto the bottom. I finish the cake with some sweet little polka dots and the writing requested by the customer, then add the bunny on top and the balloon, and now our cake is all done. Thank you guys so much for your help and suggestions. Follow for more.